This was the moment Jan Nepomniachtchi realized that his chance of being the world champion was over. His hands started shaking and everyone could tell how devastated Jan was when he knocked the pieces over. Shortly after, he collects himself and then resigns. This was one of the most heartbreaking championships, but the story of Jan Nepomniachtchi's career is one of the most tragic I have seen in chess. Jan was born in Russia 1990 and started playing chess when he was 4 years old. He had great success in chess, and in 2002 he managed to win the World Junior Championship for players under 12 years old, barely beating Magnus, who was just a few months younger. A lot of people don't know this, but both Magnus and Jan were born in the same year and were often seen as rivals when they were younger. That rivalry, though, started fading as time went on. Magnus went on to break records and to get the attention of the chess world. He became the world champion in 2013, but Jan, on the other hand, was still just one of the best players in Russia. Jan tried hard to get to the world championship. He failed in the upcoming years, but in 2021, he managed to win the candidates tournament and go against Magnus for the world championship title. The match started quite well for Jan. He managed to draw 5 of the first games, but everything started to shatter in Game 6. This game went on for a record 136 moves, which resulted in Magnus getting the upper hand close to the end and winning the game. This was considered the game that broke Jan because after this, he kept drawing or losing. In the end, Magnus won the tournament with 4 wins ahead. After the tournament, Jan Nepomniachtchi was considered the second best player in the world, and he continued to reinforce that because in that same year, he ended up second for the World Rapid Chess, and in 2022, he was second place for the Chess 960 World Championship. Jan kept a steady rating, and in 2023, 2 years later, it was finally time to aim for the world title once again. This time though, he was playing against Ding Liren, and the match was brutal. After 14 rounds of classical chess, they were still even. The match had to go to a tiebreaker, which ultimately brought us to this heartbreaking moment of Jan's defeat. Jan Nepomniachtchi once again ended up second. A few days ago, the Rapid and Blitz Croatia 2023 happened, and to my surprise, Jan finished second place in that tournament again. This made me realize that even though Jan has faced so many losses, he is still not giving up. His results in tournaments doesn't necessarily show his failures, but rather how strong Jan is as a player. I don't think this is the end of Jan Nepomniachtchi, but rather an inspiring comeback story.